I have been waiting for this the whole day and it is finally here. Hello and welcome to my channel. Thanks for tuning in. I am here with the honest trailers on Return of the Jedi and I am so excited. So without further ado, let's go straight into this. And oh, if you're new here, before we go into it, click that subscribe button. I would love to see you again. So let's go into this in 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
Today's episode is brought to you by T-Mobile, America's best unlimited network. A New Hope blew people's minds. The Empire Strikes Back challenged what you thought a sequel could be. Now, the last chapter of the original trilogy takes its place in history as the third one. Star Wars: Return of the Jedi. From creative visionary George Lucas, and once Spielberg, Lynch, and Cronenberg passed, the cheapest director he could find, comes a film that had to live up to impossibly high expectations, and said, screw it, we're making a kids movie full of burp gags, slapstick comedy, and Boba Fett going out like Wile E. Coyote. In a finale that's almost silly enough to make you question why your identity is so tied to a soap opera about space wizards. That's it. I'm a Trekkie now.
What does God need with a starship?
Ugh, never mind. All your favorite heroes have returned, like Luke, who's grown from naive farm boy to goth Catholic priest. Han, who was already so over Star Wars, they had him frozen in case he didn't bother to show up. Leia, who's suddenly Luke's sister.
I know. Somehow, I've always known.
You have? Well, that makes this extra weird then. Plus, an all-new cast of memorable characters like, her.
I think George Lucas
Salacious
hadn't
Crumb's
figured
kind
out
of
what he
fun.
was doing with the Luke and Leia arc
And,
before he decided
Gronk?
that they should be just siblings.
Sure, why not? Before there was Jar Jar,
Jar Jar.
the object of fans' blind rage
Thumbs up for
was
Jar Jar, guys.
the Ewoks, a race of cuddly creatures inspired by puppy dogs, bear cubs, and toy sales, who Lucas loved so much they got 2 spin-off movies. 2. The discerning fans hated because there's no way the mighty Empire would struggle against a smaller, poorly armed force. What do you think this is? Vietnam? Afghanistan? Little Big Horn? The American Revolution? The Maori? Ethiopia? Afghanistan? Again? Set aside a special place in hell for Jedi Special Edition that not only adds the same bad CG as the other 2, but tons of crap that's only there to remind you of the prequels, like
Those special
gun
editions,
guns,
huh?
extra nose, Hayden Christensen's, and
Come on,
the
guys, that was
criminal erasure
awesome when
of
you
the
saw
Yub
him
Nub
there.
song.
Let's just admit it.
An entire generation will grow up with that awful Jedi Rocks number, but never
great
know the
tie-in,
brilliance
you know?
of John Williams' Yub Nub song. For shame. So return to Star Wars with Return of the Jedi, a movie that joins Godfather 3, Terminator 3, and Spider-Man 3 in the tradition of meh third installments that turned an epic about the fate of the galaxy into the Skywalker family drama, cemented the kid-friendly tone of the franchise,
About the Skywalkers, though.
and set up Star Wars' long-running love affair with the plot of A New Hope.
The battle station.
The Emperor's new battle station.
The droid control ship.
Star Killer
Base.
Death Star.
We're starting our attack run.
Stay alert, we could run out of space real fast.
Just hang on!
I'm going in. We're going in.
Again, it's like poetry, so if they rhyme, every stanza kind of rhymes with the last one. Hopefully it'll work.
Yep, it
Yep.
worked. It worked.
It did.
The box office proves it.
Starring My Midi-Chlorical Romance,
I've got a bored feeling about this.
Oh.
Sonny D. Williams, Captain
Lando was
Fetzma,
awesome.
Sister, Ghost Dad, Harmonica Solo, Teddy Suxbin, Nayan, this
Naina.
little guy, Parliament Trunkadelic, and Slug Life.
Whoa.
Star Wars 3, Episode 6 out of 9, possibly 12. Just a word of advice to Daisy Ridley. If you see Lucas
No, they
talking to
can
the
keep
wardrobe
spinning off
department,
these things.
run. Today's episode is brought to you by...
You know what? I'm one of those people who loved Return of the Jedi. That last fight scene between Darth Vader and Luke was just so moving and done so well. Even the dialogue, you know, as they were going at one another was so organic. It never felt forced. You know how you're in those movies and then the villain starts monologuing? Not in the Return of the Jedi. And back to that last battle scene between the Empire and how people say it was taken down way too easy. I think that George Lucas was trying to stress in that the over-dependence on technology and how, you know, that's not the way to go. And I think that that came across really well. And also, you know what, George Lucas, he is just a genius. And I think sometimes what he put in Star Wars from A New Hope and, you know, all the sagas that he directed in this, that I think people really need to look into it, because there's just a touch of genius through all of those projects that he had his personal touch on. You know, they were unique. He tried to do something that was way before its time. Even with all the complaints about the CGI, I think he was really onto something, and you can see that he has impacted the movie industry. Till now, George Lucas is looked up to, he is admired, and I just love the guy. He is just such a visionary of film, and I love everything he did. A New Hope for me is my favorite Star Wars movie, because without A New Hope, there are no other Star Wars films. So this was really funny. I enjoyed this parody. But as we gear up for The Last Jedi, I want you guys to know that I will be reviewing that. And I also gave some social media updates on what people are saying about The Last Jedi. No spoilers in them, so if you want to check that out, there will be links. I also reacted to Rogue One, which for me is one of my favorite newest Star Wars films, the Rogue One Honest trailer, so be sure to check that out as well. So once again, if you like this, give it a thumbs up, leave your thoughts down below, click that subscribe button. I would love to see you again, and I will catch you in my next one. God bless.